them another round of applause, guys. Okay, I was worried that I did that somehow. Hi everybody, my name is Suz. I write under the name Suz Spearman, but all of you here who know me know I go by Suz. And I have some poems for y'all today. So I've split it up into some sections. I have a couple different collections that I'm sending out right now, and so I've kind of split them up based on where they belong in my bodies of work. So to start off, I'm gonna read y'all a few poems from my full-length collection called Can I Say Something That Will Hurt You? And it's kind of about growing up as a queer femme who is smart in evangelical household. So this first piece is called Ornithology. 15 years ago, a small hole blossomed in my sternum. Doctors marveled at the increasing softness of my lung house. My bones perforated and became porous. There is no name for this condition of becoming a bird. No name for the talons pushing through my knuckles, the hard black quills piercing from my follicles. No name for the way my mouth is now hard and broad. I weep as my vulva expands for egg children I have no intention of hatching. 15 years ago, my father told me it would be easier to love me if I were a lightweight thing, something more feathered and quiet, something that would fly away with the nearest windstorm, leaving him in peace. And my body answered slowly by becoming a bird, saying, love me, love me, love me now. Thank you. So this next piece, actually, I decided to read it because Kevin's poem, Ice, from his book, made me think of this poem called The Scientific Confirmation of Love at First Sight. The sun has gone down and I am crying in my car. Something has melted inside my body. It is red and ripe and raw. I hate it. This ache of wanting without hiding. But you're beautiful and I'm beautiful, and together we would make the world's softest thing. Thank you. So the last piece from the first section is called Fat Dyke. All right, so today at the doctor's office, I watched the scale while the medical assistant recorded my weight. I'd tell you if you asked. I smiled and shook my head at that fangless, fistless number. It is revolutionary to be woman-built, to be a dyke, to be fat, and relish every space I take up, every colorful molecule of me essential. And when I die, my holy heft will nourish the earth. I hope the red worms in mycelium find me a feast, the way I find myself delicious. Thank you. So the next kind of body of work is called Reading God's Obituary in the Morning Paper. And it is a chapbook that helped me really start to reckon with what it meant to grow up Christian the way that I did. And a lot of the pain I took away from that. So this first one is actually a happy one, surprisingly, and it's called Heaven. And there's a song at the end, so if you know it, you're contractually obligated to sing with me. Okay. My God is a drag queen, sharpest cat eye you ever saw. Her robes all ostrich feathers and sequins of every color. She stomps around her cloud mansion in enormous sex-pink platform boots. They tell me the drag queen God and I will drag each other to hell, stubborn in our wrongness, heedless in our hedonism. But I tell them that every good love feels a little like intoxication. Every holy thing feels a little too good to be true. So drag queen God and I will ignore the heathens who question our heaven and dance to holy pop songs while we gyrate in self-worship. We will pop sanctified bubblegum and scream at the top of our lungs. Oh mama, I'm just having fun. On the stage in my heels is where I I belong, oh, Pink Pony Club. All right. I'm too nervous to actually sing it good, so it's all right, it's all right. The next piece is called Blessed Be the Lamb, and any of you guys that grew up specifically evangelical, y'all know like the weird shit Christians do for like Easter. So I went to this event one time where one of the options, it was like a Good Friday event, and they were showing this video on a loop of someone slaughtering a lamb, you know, for Jesus. Okay, so this is called Blessed Be the Lamb. At the Good Friday immersive experience, a video plays on a loop titled Paschal Lamb Sacrifice. A man drags his knife roughly across the lamb's throat. The lamb screams, wails a pleading bleat, its tongue lolls, while another man catches its blood in a large white bowl. Every spring Christians sing to Jesus, "Blessed be the Lamb who is slain," like they know what it means. Call Jesus' name like a rallying cry, but when the world bleeds, screams, lolls its tongue, all they do is stand nearby to catch the holy blood. Thank you. So the current project I'm working on is called Fruit Fly, and I'm writing a series of sonnets, trying to heal my relationship with sonnets, and the title of all of them is a different type of fruit, and it's typically associated with a different person or memory. Turns out eating fruit's a very sensory experience. So the first piece I'm going to read is called Peaches, that I wrote for my wife, Mari. You tell me it's a crime to peel a peach, that you lose too much flesh along the sharp edge. You tell me again and again you like its intrusive fuzz, the way my face becomes scratchy after a few days. Without the blade, you get to keep all the good bits. The juice trapped inside the skin waits for your teeth. To set it free, let it drip down my stubbled chin. You teach my tongue to reject the smoothness of a nectarine. I've learned 1,000 new ways to be hungry for fruit. Hungry for tomorrows, strung out forever like a rope of peach pit pearls, like peach pit teeth, like peach pit thumbprints stored unseen in my hungry skin. Use your fingers to pull me open and see what you can make of me. And then kind of on the other side of the spectrum, this poem, the next one's called Figs, and it's about my dad. The epigraph is from Encyclopedia Britannica. After mating with the female, the male fig wasp often digs an escape tunnel for the female, then dies, having lived his whole life inside the fig. Neither of my parents liked figs, and in the 5 years we lived there, I ate only one. Our flat backyard wore a sparse, prickly verdure atop its foundation of dense red clay. In one corner of the chain-link fence square of my young world stood a squat, fruiting fig tree. Every year, all the sumptuous fruits plopped from their branches and slicked themselves with rot, feeding the greedy late summer flies. The scent of their decaying fruit bodies stayed deceptively sweet until it vanished with the frost. Some summers, my sisters and I would have fig fights, the fleshy water balloons an ungracious wild waste of our bounty, waste like my father's fingers on the bodies of his children, as he tried to plant the seeds of his doom in the soft, tender flesh of us. Why won't you live and die inside this world my father gave me, he wailed. Do you not see that this is the shape of love? Thank you guys. I have one more piece that I wrote recently, and yes, I'm sure y'all know what's going on with marriage equality right now. So this poem is called Obergefell v. Hodges, 10 Years Later. My wife is in the bath after a long work day, soaking her anxieties in joints, hoping they might soften in the hot water and salt. She is listening to an audiobook about a woman who fell in love with another woman, and as punishment, they stripped her of maternal rights. It's much sadder than I anticipated, she laments. If she means the book or the slippery thing we call living, I may never know. Thank you.